With Chisa's release, there's been lots of mixed opinions on her synergy and Zani teams. You might be wondering if Chisa is a viable pull for Zani, or you might have pulled her already and are looking to get a better idea of team rotations. In this video, we're going to break down this team synergy, provide a Tower of Adversity showcase, and give a step-by-step rotation guide on how to play the two together. Beginning with the buff breakdown, after doing some testing, I have confirmed that Chisa's signature weapon does not provide any further buffs to the Zani team comp aside from increasing her own personal damage. Well, technically, the weapon does provide 24% attribute damage bonus to Phoebe, but Phoebe's damage is basically non-existent in this team setup. The reason for this is that Zani's special skill inflicts a stack of Heliacal Ember on the target, not a stack of Spectral Frazzle, so she never applies negative status herself. Phoebe does apply Spectral Frazzle, and Zani's existence in the team automatically consumes Spectral Frazzle stacks applied to enemies and converts them to Heliacal Embers. Due to this conversion, Zani gains no benefit from Chisa's ability to increase max stacks of negative status, since she consumes them as soon as they're created anyways. I don't want to waste too much time on this, so skipping ahead to the one benefit that Zani does gain from having Chisa in the team is that Chisa provides an 18% ignored defense to the team, which is a buff that only a couple resonators or weapons have in the game and is very rare. Due to this, I found that Chisa's performance in Zani teams was actually comparable and sometimes even better than Shorekeeper. Zani's own personal damage was just a tiny amount lower with Chisa's buffs in comparison to Shorekeeper's buffs, but Chisa's higher personal damage and flexible rotations granted me a faster clear time in the sub 1 minute tower showcase we'll get into shortly. We'll be showcasing the Zani Peeb Chisa team on floor 1 in the middle hazard tower, which does provide a 10% havoc resistance decrease to the enemy, but as you'll see as I start to showcase builds on the screen, I currently have Chisa on a pretty scuffed Rejuvenating Glow Echo set, which is missing a ton of crit stats. I don't have the resources to get a good set going for Chisa's new Echo set yet, and I'm yet to test the difference between the two sets in Zani teams, but for the purpose of this showcase, this is what we're working with. Now let's get into it.
All yours. Crystals, give me strength. Silence. Come, meet your end. Structural collapse. Flicker into form. Sentinel the number. Power.
Shut.
Sentinel.
I can spare a minute to knock some heads around.
Don't stand in my way. Jump. Ha!
What a waste of time.
A pivotal moment. Flicker into form. Break up. Sentinel protection. Power.
No
The
contest.
Sentinel.
I don't have all day.
Eye of the battle. Crystals, give me strength.
Alright, now going into this rotation breakdown, we're going to slow down the footage and I'll tell you step by step what I'm inputting. In the very beginning with Zani, we're hitting skill and normal attack, switching to Chisa, and with Chisa I'm inputting skill. And in this case, this is something I just found out, and I've been playing Zani for a long time and I'm just finding this out. I'm holding skill on Chisa and switching to Phoebe while still holding skill, and that's gonna like quickly enter confession state like as soon as I swap to her. That's something I just found out for the first time right now playing this Chisa team, so I'm happy that I learned that. And then hitting liberation, then I skill with Phoebe, switch to Zani, input one normal attack, immediately switch to Chisa and start spamming normal attacks. Once Chisa does this like snip attack right here, it will automatically trigger a dodge if the enemy swings at you. So I don't actually input dodge here, I'm just spamming normal attacks, but that ability triggers a dodge, and as soon as it triggers that dodge, I'm switching to Phoebe and doing one of her heavy attack strings. As I'm beginning holding that heavy attack on the third, I'm switching back to Chisa and immediately liberation. Then I input skill and then immediately switch back to Phoebe, get one more heavy attack string in, switch back to Chisa, and then I'm just like spamming normals while also holding the fallacy echo. It's not really a big deal, you could just tap it. I'm just holding it in this case. I think it looks cool and it does like some damage. I mean, it's very small damage, but you know, hold or tap, whatever you want to do. Then intro into Phoebe, then echo and intro into Zani. Then I'm holding her skill, and then as soon as I let go and see that buff icon there, then I'm triggering liberation and then timing it to where I'm able to get that counter on this attack right here. Get my first heavy attack in. I'm switching to Chisa, hitting skill and just spamming normals during the downtime I have while Zani's going through her animation. And then as soon as Zani's animation is done doing that slam, I switch back to her and then start spamming normals to get the next one in. As soon as I input the third attack, which is going to go through that long animation, I'm switching to Phoebe, holding skill to enter confession state again, and immediately hitting a liberation. Once that comes out, I'm going to skill and go back to Zani, and then just spam normals again to get one more attack string in. I'm going to let this one go out fully before I switch anymore, because I'm going to be triggering my outro. And I want to get this heavy attack string out, and then my liberation before I do that. Then I skill and basic, and then intro onto Chisa. I just get like one normal attack in, and then immediately switch to Phoebe to get one heavy attack string in. Back to Chisa, liberation, tap skill, switch to Phoebe, get an attack string in. Back to Chisa again, just spam normals while holding the fallacy echo. Intro into Phoebe. Her outro's already ready to go. I just echo and then intro into Zani. Enhance skill, liberation, skill, then do an attack string. I'd go to Chisa and skill and hit the normals to fill downtime here, just because Phoebe's confession is like still on cooldown right now, but it's about to be ready. Then back to Zani. I just did the second normal, and then after the second normal, I just switched to Phoebe and held skill to enter confession state and hit a liberation, but it was already dead. And that's about it. I didn't want to spend too much time going through the specifics of like Zani quick swap. If this is something that you're new to and like what I did in this video kind of was a little bit too fast, I do have another video where I further like slow down and break down quick swapping with Zani, and I'll link that in the description below. As for closing thoughts, Chisa, she's definitely not a must pull for Zani teams. However, she is a viable option. I kind of consider her like a Shorekeeper adjacent. Like I said in this one here, I was able to technically get a faster clear time with Chisa than I was Shorekeeper. It was only a couple second difference, but it was a little faster. I would say overall they're about the same if you're playing them in the same setup. So if Chisa is someone that you like and Zani is also someone that you like and you would like to play them together, you definitely won't be unhappy doing it, is what I'm trying to get at. Overall, I do think that you get much more out of Chisa in different teams, like say for example the Cardathea Chacona comp, and I'm sure, you know, in like not even a month or a couple months, we're eventually going to get a DPS that is specifically centered around the Havoc being negative status, and it's safe to assume that Chisa is definitely going to be best in slot there and would be much more preferred over there. That wraps it up for this video. Please leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.